we will start it. See if we get any kind of feed whatsoever. It looks like we have a feed. James Kaufman, World News Report today. Today is September 8th, 2024. God bless you and yours, no matter where you are in the world. Please subscribe, give us a thumbs up, ring that bell for critical future updates. Ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, let's see if excellent connection, 44 seconds. I've got nothing from you guys. I'm going to show y'all why they're very, very mad at James. All the blue-haired people in California and Oregon, 5x5, Teresa. The blue-haired people are very mad at James tonight, Miss Teresa. Why? Well, because of my doors video. That's why. You want to see? I have 2 court cases tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. my time, 7 a.m. their time. Can't be monetized. They struck me with a copyright strike. Doesn't matter. I never tried to monetize it. I said that in the video, and they acted like I did. I already told them I didn't try to monetize it. And then look here. The DOJ arrests a Pakistani plotter. This is the DOJ's Department of Justice's homepage I got the story from. And look, they want to see me in court over that tomorrow too. But if y'all haven't got this, Jim Morrison and the Doors, they actually dropped a new hit. Dropped a new hit tonight. And I want to give y'all, I got to stop this before it goes. They dropped a new hit. Yes, Jim Morrison is alive. And that is what they don't want you to see, right? I'll meet with them tomorrow morning on 2 videos. What's funny is they marked the one up that I took from the Department of Justice. It says that, how many? I can't even see behind that deal. I'll put a high in there so I might be able to see it. Well, if we are here, we're here. Guys, Jim Morrison of the Doors, you thought he was passed? I can't even use that word. He's actually dropped a new hit record today. A new hit record today. And that's the hit record here, and this is where I'm in so much trouble. Jim Morrison's hit record. Look at this. I never tried to monetize it because I knew, and they want to talk to me 7 o'clock their time. And then look at this. This is from the Department of Justice website here. That's their actual website. I can't tell y'all that a Pakistani was arrested for plotting the largest attack on U.S. soil since 9/11, according to the DOJ. They want to see me in court on that one too. Bunch of losers. I know Elon's so... Look, they're not letting anyone see. Now, even if 1% of the people, which is, 5%, it's a usual deal, 1 to 5%, they're letting less than 0.101% of the people see the video because they know I know. And they're so pissed off. Y'all have to go see this. I'm going to give y'all the URL. Anyone that has not seen this, that's Tiffany. You go watch it right now. You'll be laughing for the rest of your life. I never tried to monetize it. That's what I told them when they sent me an email. I said, I never hit the monetary button. Y'all sent me all this shit for no reason. I was going to not monetize it, as I said in the video itself. And that's going to be what I'm sticking to. Of course, they're very, very angry. This must have been some kind of mix-up. It's the DOJ. That's their website that I took it from. But I'm still getting screwed on that one, right? Yes, I don't believe this is a creature either, but I have to tell y'all what the dumb people think, right? Now, what I do think is we have 3 tropical systems in play in the Atlantic and Gulf of Mexico, and James is in big trouble again. If I lose my electricity again, I don't think I can take it, guys. I just don't think I can take it. Look at this weird balloon at 73,000 feet over Denver again. It's shaped like no other balloon. It's got actually something dangling from below it that I've ever seen. I include the company with that. And some guy on Space Weather, I've had his account taken down from Facebook today. Had his account taken down from Facebook because I proved that he was a troll or a government bot. Or just a bot, but probably a government bot. His whole page, there was one picture. He only attacks my videos. I hope y'all are having fun because I know I am, right? Jim Morrison, The Doors. Y'all better go see that video right now because they're probably going to take it down in the next few moments. All right, let's get started again tonight. James Kaufman, World News Report today. I saw that, Teresa, and that's so wild because the film eruption only happened at 1 UTC time, 1:30 UTC time. They would have to be knowing about something and protecting you, quote unquote, protecting you from something that we don't know about. So let's look for an impact both tonight, and I will right now. There is no impact. They wouldn't be spraying it up there this early for the M1.55 solar flare and CME and the filament eruption that was very large from 3813. And some guy, let me show y'all. I got to show y'all. I gotta show y'all. Alright, so this is real. You can see that this is a NASA ISWA spiral. The eruption's hitting Earth, this yellow ball here, right? I also showed y'all the predicted geomagnetic storms for the 10th. And then Ted Arnold, nice clickbait, but they only show his deal. I've actually written to the administrator, asked for his account to be removed. It's a fake account. If you go to it, it's zero friends and a dog. So the government doesn't want me doing anything, man. They don't want me to tell y'all anything. This is a fake account. You want to go there and look? Let's go there and look. Let's see how we get to fake Ted's account here. This is still under Space Weather. The only 2 things he's ever done are react to my videos. That's it. He's been hired to go after James, as all of them do. I wonder how much money they spend on going after shutting me up. It's impossible, guys. You better get a bigger laser, right? A bigger laser. Sorry, but thank you, but no thank you, right? So he's fake. It goes back to 0. I ask him, and I'll show y'all, why do you have 0 friends and a picture of a dog and that's it? Then I turn it into the administrator. They said they'd take care of it, but obviously they have not yet. If they don't take care of it by tomorrow, I'll go a little bit over their heads as well. He called me clickbait. And I gave y'all 3 different space agencies, all in agreement with that hitting Earth on the 10th. It kind of pissed me off, but I realized they're so afraid of the truth, they can hardly see themselves from the truth. It's sad. It's sad. I don't want to block him. Miss Teresa. It won't be blocked except for me in that group at spaceweather.com group. And I'm a top, let me show you, I'm the top contributor. The top, not a top, right? The top contributor. Watch. I'm top contributor James Kaufman. But he goes after, and so I went to Ted and do profile. Look, Ted has friends, no friends to show. Post, no post, just this picture of this dog here, right? Look, same picture, same dog, nothing else. I think they're a bunch of, and let me be blunt. You know I don't want to use the word, so I won't. But let me be blunt. Anyway, Ted Arnold is being taken down. Obviously, most people are really cool on Facebook, and I'm glad to be there. But I want to show y'all. Not only do I have to deal with YouTube, I have to deal with trolls on Facebook with 0 friends and a picture of a dog. A picture of a dog all day long. And you know what? No one looked at that video on spaceweather.com on Facebook because of his stupid comment. And what's even funnier is, and I told the administrator who owns it, I said, no one's looking at the comment because he put, it was crap, 9 others, usually 59 others, right? And of course, I'm showing you the NASA ISWA Goddard spiral with the impact happening on the 10th. Not Earth directed, but nice clickbait. But you're not even a real channel. Let's look at my replies. I started out nice. NOAA and NASA both say it is. I shared both their reports. Try to watch it and realize it's real information from your 2 space agencies. Not from me, laugh out loud, Ted Arnold. What makes you more of an expert than the pros? Please tell us. Oh, I show the predicted KPG-2 storm by NOAA and the ISWA NASA spiral. Both agencies say it's inbound for the 10th, not clickbait, but you must love disinformation. Gee, I wonder why. Ted, you have no friends. A picture of a dog. I'm guessing government disinformation or government bot? Which is it? No response. Never seen anyone with 0 friends on Facebook going after every one of my posts. That's all he's going after. Boy, they must work overtime for me, right? Work overtime. All right, let's get back to work. You know I'm going to get him. You damn well know I'm going to get him. And if I can trace his computer back, Tiff, I will really get him. You know what I mean by that. All right, we have, look, Home Reef and Tofu erupting over here. We're going to go ahead and take a guess at how many volcanoes are erupting around the world. I have 2 dates with Destiny tomorrow. Hopefully you guys, Jama, did you hear the reason I'm in big trouble? Which I didn't even try to monetize. That's the only way you could have a copyright strike, which they're not giving me a copyright strike. They already told me. They just want to talk to me. The Doors dropped a new hit song, and Jim Morrison is alive again. Alive. I'm sure of it. Of course, I have their IP address. It's me, Tiffany. Well, Miss Catherine, YouTube doesn't like me much, but let's go ahead and go on with the show anyway. All right? We'll see if we can get through this one. I've got 2 court dates tomorrow at 9 a.m. and 9:15, which is weird. That's 7 a.m. and 7:15 their time over in Shetville. But we'll go with that. I'll go ahead and count them, guys. We've been between 65 and 67 for the last couple of days. That's an all-time high, at least for the last 15 years. Now, I can't speak further than that because I was not paying attention to volcanic activity, but for the last 15 years, from about 2007, really, maybe 16 or 17 years since. I'll go ahead and count these. You guys guess. 4. 22, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we're 1 short. 29, 30. Urbis. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 45, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 50. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 60. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 69. This is epic. 69 volcanoes erupting. So this is an all-time high for me, at least. And it's just 15 years, so it's very short time period, if you will. I'm going to put the date on this. Gosh, we're up by 2, and they're somewhere in this area, as y'all can see. Did you guess 69 again, Miss Teresa? Miss Teresa, if you did, well, all right, guys, over to the Canadian government's earthquake map. They have not been here for 3 days again, Thursday at 1 p.m., as they always do. Now, NASA and NOAA are actually working today. That's a freak show. But the Canadian government, I think their work week, kind of like the Greek work week, is about 22 hours. And they wonder where their countries are in debt. Our country would not be in debt unless our politicians, I mean, no politician should ever have the hand in any of our monies. Our politicians are sending hundreds of millions and billions of dollars elsewhere, right? These people have a 40% tax rate. Guess what your tax rate's going to be? If you are even in the top, if you earn over $110,000 next year under Kamala Harris, even under Biden, if it doesn't change, your tax rate's going to be 42 to 44%, higher than China's tax rate. China, higher than Canada's tax rate. You guys have no idea what kind of shit we're getting into here. Guess what? We have $66 trillion with a T. Not the $34 trillion in bond debt that they always refer to. We have $66 trillion in Social Security for the baby boomers that are unfundable. Unfundable. We don't have the money. For the dumb kids, that's what unfundable means. All right, South Sandwich Islands, a 5-1. Around Indonesia, Papua New Guinea, a 5-2. Another 5-2 here. These are below all these volcanoes in, well, minor earthquakes. Then we have 2 here. Major earthquake here in Vanuatu, a 5-1. See if I can grab the other one, guys. I can zoom in and grab it. A 5-3 and a 5-1 here, all under this active volcano here, and looks like 2 or 3, at least 1 in minor eruption, 1 awakening here, 1 in major eruption here, 1 in minor eruption here. White Island volcano, a major 5.2 here. Tonga's got, well, Tonga volcano, Gods of Rod, Home Reef volcano, all lit up. James, what is going on here? Well, what's going on here is Zealandia. It's a continent rising out of the sea. And we'll just look at images because none of these people know what they're talking about. Let me look for the best, one of the best ones, .gov. This is one of the best ones. Let me get it blown up for you guys. So Zealandia goes up all the way to Tonga, all the way over. New Caledonia is right here, that little island. New Zealand is right here. Thousands of active volcanoes here, guys. Thousands, not hundreds. And actually, New Zealand's making a land grab on all the stuff in dark red here, calling it their continental shelf. The problem is, they're not a continent, are they? There's only 7 of them. They said that they're going to pop out of NATO if they didn't give them the resources. By that, they mean the natural resources for all these lands that surround New Zealand, right? It's called Zealandia, the continent that's rising. Many people think that that's where Atlantis was, but I don't think so. All right. Real quick, guys, White Island volcano, same name, just lined up perfectly. Erebus actually spewing out 6,000 ounces of gold every day. We love our friends from Australia. You know, my favorite country besides the U.S. is Australia. What is your favorite country, guys? Leave it in the chat today. We will do a poll. Tiffany, give me a good poll to do. But hey, tell me what your favorite country besides the U.S. And hey, if the U.S. is not your favorite country, that's fine. But what's your favorite country in the U.S. or on the globe besides the U.S.? Excuse me. All right, I'm going to put them all on, and we're going to get crazy. We're not going to. Well, we'll go to fours first. Fours, we see a swarm right over here, the biggest caldera on the planet. And everyone knows the damn name. XINJIANG. Got some action here, a 4.1. And I will say the Peruvian Chilean wedge is just lit up with awakening volcanoes. Look, a 4.0, a 4.5, a 4.4, a 4.6. These are 2 really here. And then volcanoes are, you can see the 2, 4.6, 4.7, 4.5, 4.7. This is called the Peruvian Chilean wedge. There's over 26,000 active volcanic cones in one volcanic range there. And you can see everything from Mexico City south, Papa to whatever. That's part of Mexico City. It's in this, Mexico City is a valley. I just don't live there for 2 years. It's a valley, and I saw I saw iron-looking objects shoot into. It would take me an hour to drive from the other mountaintop down to Mexico City. And I saw at least 6 metallic objects go into Popocatépetl, right? I'm just telling y'all, it's a fact. I did. I also saw one off the coast of Panama City, Florida. When I was headed to work at 5 a.m., I pulled over here. We didn't even have phones when I lived in Mexico, but every day I would see something go into that volcano. I believe they were alien craft. I really, truly believe that. I know it sounds ridiculous, right? To me, it even sounds ridiculous. Right here where the North American, Pacific, Eurasia, Indonesian plate meet here in Japan. We have another 4-1, a 4-2 around Indonesia here. Nothing in Taiwan, but around the Philippines here, we've got 4-7, 4-6. Let's see, a 4-1. A 4-1. It's just very active here. We have magma moving under those volcanoes that are all activating. 67, is that what we had today? 69. It's an all-time record. 67 was the record before. And you can see the magma movement under that. This is Zealandia rising over here. You can see the big quakes here, a 5-2, 5-5. That's Papua New Guinea, New Caledonia, New Zealand here. We'll add them all now, guys. And you get a good look at what's going on around the globe here. We have Kilauea awakened, and Mauna Loa is probably going to awaken. This is Tofu here, and there's actually one, and it's not showing up, but there's another one awakening in Tofu. You can see New Zealand's just swarming with activity, swarming. Around Indonesia, completely swarming. North of the biggest caldera on planet Earth, second biggest in the solar system. Real quick, we can see the Peruvian Chilean wedge. Lots of magma movement. And see the yellow volcanoes? Those are awakening. This is Cape Verde. Look, if Tiffany's around, the Canary Islands will blow up again. They've been very active for the last couple of days, so they will blow up again. We have 2 volcanoes, not record chains. They have new names for them, but there's over 220 volcanoes on Iceland, a little bitty island. Most of you guys know this big. This is just something that they've done with the maps. All right, what I do want to do is kind of pull you up into the Straits of Gibraltar here. You can see the black, which is not a good fault. This is the French Alps, the Austrian Alps, the Swiss Alps. Switzerland's right in there. This is the Italian Alps. This is the Alps. This little bitty area here. It's where all your Winter Olympics occur anytime they're in Europe. This little bitty area. French Alps, Swedish Alps, Austrian Alps, Italian, whatever it is, German, whatever it is, it's right there. That's all there is. There's another volcanic range here, but it's just not high enough to collect that snow. Now, let's talk about this. The Aegean Sea here, everyone says, evacuate Italy. I would say evacuate Greece. Because, per my Bible, I know the biggest earthquake, it's going to be a 10.0. It's going to originate from this area right here. And you can see all the small earthquakes. And if we zoom in, you can see all the volcanic islands here. Every island is a volcano. They've broken the surface, right? Now, when one of them goes off, what's going to happen? The Bible says, run for the highest mountain. Don't turn around to get your coat. Something like that. Pretty close. That's a paraphrase. But it's the explosion or volcanic eruption or earthquake. Now, the Bible does actually indicate it's an earthquake, but it could be associated with a volcanic eruption as well. It will originate from the Aegean Sea here in between Turkey and Greece, and it will wipe out all the troops that surround Israel. Who owns Cyprus? The CIA does. Y'all know that. Kind of like the video I did on Elon Musk earlier, right? Let's see if they've got anything worth talking about. It doesn't look like it, really. 5 5s, 5 4s, Zealandia rising, Papua New Guinea, Zealandia rising. Up here, guys, we have Mount Hayes and Mount Spur, and we've had just a huge swarm here. We have Anchorage, Alaska, right there where that went off. That is Anchorage. I can zoom in to prove it to y'all. That's Anchorage, Alaska right there. And Mount Hayes and Mount Spur are right here and here. And we all know about Pat Price, remote viewer, that got poked at the Las Vegas airport after he mistakenly reported to his senior officer that he saw aliens working with U.S. troops in Mount Hayes. That's a true story. You can type it in yourselves. I'm only here to tell you the truth. Mount Glacier, Washington. Look at the depth. We have magma coming up real close to the top of that volcano, but it's still got some ways to go. But we do have movement there. It's going to be Mount Rainier. It's going to be Mount St. Helens, Mount Adams. It's going to be kind of a strange quake here at 1.4, 16.9 kilometers in depth. Another strange quake here, a 1.2 at 12.5 kilometers in depth. Nothing on St. Helens, nothing on Adams. Rainier, this is Mount Hood right here. And we will go in to taking a look at geysers, geothermal unit. Since we have some new folks perhaps tonight, take a look at geysers. It's a plant. It produces more electricity than anything in the world. They've bought most of the images, so I can't even show them to you. It now has 19 wells drilled into the magma. And what they do is they drill into the heat just on Mount Cobb. Drill into the heat. They use that heat to create steam. And this kind of shows you exactly how they do it here. I'm going to show you all the exact turbines and everything. See the turbine? So the heat comes up, and a turbine's like a jet engine. They take it in slow, speed it up, and expel it. And I will be able to show you, hopefully. If not, I have it on my pics. There's a museum with all the old turbines. Again, there's 19 wells drilled into Mount Cobb currently. I might have to type in museum. To get around the algo. The algae, they all took it up. It's pretty sad. That's not one of the turbines. I was going to try to show you all the turbines so I can understand how a jet engine worked. Ah, we got one. So this is how a jet engine works. This is one of the old turbines that's been, replaced on Mount Cobb. Guys, it's geothermal. It's owned by Calpine, an oil and gas company now. And what they do is they take the steam in, they compress it, and then these vents go the opposite way and magnify the compression. It's like a bicycle 12 speed or 20 speed or 22 speed. Same exact thing going on here, but with steam turning into electricity. Hope y'all understood that, and that wasn't, it was taken in good. You know, I'm getting my passport, the ex-wife's getting her passport, and we might bail. If Kamala's elected, I'm going to have to definitely bail. I personally can't put up with this anymore. I just can't. All right, we're going to do Cobb Mountain. This is Clear Lake Volcanic Range. This is Clear Lake. This is the city of Clear Lake over here. This is Cobb Mountain, one of 6 volcanoes that surrounds the Clear Lake Volcanic Range. This is where the 19 holes are drilled here into the mountain. If you work there every day, I've seen up to 89 earthquakes. I've seen a 5.8 on Cobb Mountain. Now, I need 2 numbers from you guys. First, we're going to include this stuff, but how many earthquakes occurred on Geyser's geothermal plant today, and what would you work there for? What I would want was a 3-day, 13.3 hour, 3-day, 4 days off, and I'd put my 3 days together for 2 weeks, so it'd be a 6-day week, 13.3 hours, sleep in a mess hall, and I would work there for $450,000 a year. That's just my number. That's just my number. Hey, Lois, what you up to? All right. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to take a good look at this. It doesn't look like a lot. Has anyone said, you're saying 47? Y'all probably cheated. 69. I'm going to say 29, I think. 29. I'm going to say 31. And 450K. Y'all, please give me 2 numbers. What would you work for a year, day, whatever you put, day rate, whatever, knowing that you could face 90 earthquakes, including a 6.0 during 1 day of work? I mean, there's got to be hazard pay involved, right? Probably drives you crazy, right? Now, Mike Johnson, which is it? Which is it? Is it 29 or 39? You'll work for $399? Shit, you can come clean my apartment, right? I was looking for someone to clean my condo. I'll pay you 3 times that. Starting today, full time, 40 hours a week. Mike, full time, no problems, no arguments. Mike, Tiffany knows that I was just talking to her about care.com. I put something out on Facebook, and I got like 100 people that wanted to clean my apartment, but no one wanted to work for $15 or $20 an hour. They wanted to charge me $100, $200 and come for an hour or 2. It's like, sorry, I'm more of an hourly guy, so I had to actually take my advertisement, or not even advertisement, I'm looking for someone to help clean my condo. I had to take it down because thousands of people answered, but no one wanted the $15 or $20 I offered. I said, depending on your skills, $15, $20 an hour. The last time I had some great girl come in here, cleaned everything great, ruined a $300 or $400 knife. I knew she had done it. I heard the vacuum eat it. It's my fault for leaving it under the bed. Never said a word to her. She put it in her pocket and stuck it out. Hispanic. I was hoping that she would take my call after that because she was that good of a cleaner. I wrote the knife off, guys. Still, I gave her a $20 tip, 5 hours, $100 plus $20 tip, $120. She can't even speak English, but the best cleaner I've ever had in my life, so I was never going to say anything, even when she was so worried because she knew it was a $300 or $400 knife. She was so worried. I knew it was in her pocket. I could see it. When the vacuum hit it, I knew exactly what had happened. Right? And she was so worried because being an illegal immigrant, etc. But you know what? I already wrote it off. And unfortunately, her mistake made me lose the best cleaner I've ever had in my life. Ever in my life. This was a great, great girl, and it wasn't her fault. I blame myself for leaving that knife there. Luckily, it wasn't a gun, right? That would have been much more costly. Much more costly. This is near Oakland. Berkeley! Berkeley! Everyone knows Berkeley. Kamala Harris? Berkeley? Black Panthers? Berkeley? Look at Mammoth Mountain over here. Seeing earthquakes here at 1.8. What is this? 6 kilometers at 1.1. This is the Long Valley Caldera right here on the other side of Mammoth Mountain here. And we've been having that swarm up here, really not associated with much of anything. They've added these white things. I don't see any volcanic ridges or ranges through here. We're going to find out what this is about pretty soon, I'm afraid. This is the Garlock Fault here. This is all going to be Little Lake, Cerulus. Watch, Little Lake, Cerulus. Ridgecrest. Ridgecrest. Little Lake. Little Lake. I guess we're going to miss Cerulus. There we go. And then there's a swarm happening on top of Kim Kardashian's home there, where, well, she's a little bit to the right here, but who would be building an underground home for $84 million where it's 22 feet below sea level? All right. We're getting a little action. We have this North American Pacific plate boundary here, one of the only 4 places in the Western Hemisphere that the tectonic plates don't meet. Over in the Eastern Hemisphere, there's hundreds of places that they don't meet. That's why you see more activity over there. But this is the Salton Sea, Sea of Cortez, ripping its way up through. This is going to be your U.S. border. It's going to be Tijuana, San Diego here. U.S. borders coming through here. You can probably see it here. And then we have a plate boundary that does not come together. We've seen swarms of over 350 earthquakes in this area before in one day. We're seeing a couple of small ones. I don't know if this is ever going to connect. It should have already connected. Again, the Salton Sea, believe it or not, that's where we dropped our fake big boy and little boy atomic bombs prior to our drops on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. So there's, well, they used depleted uranium instead of enriched uranium, but there is a lot of uranium in this area. Let's see what we got over the rest of the U.S. These are all going to be fracking out here. I've signed lots of paperwork. I can't believe they're tearing it up as bad as they are. But when you zoom in, look at this. Just look. Everything you see here is a drill pad. Thousands of drill pads going on. Everything you see here in the middle of nowhere. You can't have cattle on this land. You can't have anything. There's no grass. There's no nothing. And believe it or not, the best place to always drill is where the what? Well, wherever the Central American craton hits the rest of the volcanic activity here. That creates the pressure that makes carbon turn into hydrocarbon, right? It's that simple, guys. It's that simple. If I had it to do all over again, it was 1960, I'd be a billionaire. A billionaire in days, just knowing that I could drill up up and down the Central American Craton, where all the volcanic activity meets that Central American Craton that is all custom. And I have thousands of knives. I almost should have said, hey, you did such a great job. Don't worry about the knife you ruined. Don't be scared. I'm not going to put you in jail. I wish I actually would have said that. But I didn't. Now I can't find her again. Or she won't take my call. All right. We had a lot of rain out here. 25,000 acres. Only 19% contained. Going to go ahead and zoom in and see what we have. We have lots of red flag warnings, as y'all can see out here. And, gosh, 6,300 acres, 25%. This is, it's going to be Montana, not Wyoming. 3,000 more acres, 36% contained. 33,000 acres, mostly contained. Moving into this area. Oh, wow. We just zoomed in. Everything in yellow and red is a fire that started today. This is the Snake River caldera here. This is the Snake River Canyon where Evel Knievel, if y'all are as old as me, jumped his, jet bike. Really never jumped it. Never made it, right? Look how many fires started today. Let's look at, oh wow, look at Yellowstone here. I will say that we don't have a lot of fires that have started here, but it's all red flag warnings. We have a 22,000 acre fire there, and we have a lot of evacuations from this area. This is the Yellowstone caldera here, and we got 90 acres already burned there. 0% contained started today. That's a real fast burn, really dry out there. And these are all brand new fires. Everything, again, in orange and red is a brand new fire for today. 115,000 acres, 48% contained. 25,000 acres, 19% contained. That one is contained. Look at some of this down here. 135,000 acres. Where Bill Gates only owns 230,000 acres with all of his companies and all of his organizations, etc. This is more than half that, with 7% contained. Right here, the Rail Ridge incident, right? 30,000 acres right next to it, 0 contained, brand new. Got problems. 25,000 more acres out there. Let's see, up by about 38,000 acres, 23% contained. That's Glacier Peak right here. It's a volcano. Brand new fire here. These are all brand new fires. 2,856, 25% contained, right on the border of Washington, Oregon. There's Portland, Oregon there. These are all brand new. 3 here, 4. Gonna look at this. Mostly contained, 25,000 acres. 13,680 acres, 0% contained. That's not good, guys. 6,500 acres, 0% contained. There's hardly any vegetation to even burn there. Remember, everything in orange and red started today. It's another 4,000 acres. See what we've got down here. 12,900, 13,000 acres, mostly contained. We've got a big one down here. And this one's been about the same, the park incident, for a couple of days now. Mostly contained. We have a lot of new fires starting here. Wow, in one day, 76 acres. They regularly come in as 0.1 always. Take a look at 17,766 acres. And then we get into the LA, Los Angeles area, where they're still in all the fire hydrants. Smart, huh? Still in all the fire hydrants for scrap metal. And this is South Central area here. South Central. And you can see everything in orange and red is brand new today. everything in Palmdale and Lancaster, where the Kardashians live right here. These are all brand new, and these are all burning from yesterday, but still burning. Still burning. Los Angeles, 17,400 acres, 0% contained, is surrounded by 5 volcanic ranges. You can see what's happening in the greater Los Angeles area. All these lying YouTube channels, kind of like the guy that lied about my story on Facebook that I've turned in, clickbait. Clickbait might have been the 20-foot alien that someone else said they saw. I never said that. Clickbait might be Elon Musk says he's going to Mars in 24 months. But he said it on X. He's the one that said it, not me. All right. These are all fires burning in the greater Los Angeles area. And the big problem that we have here, you can hardly see it, is the Garlock Fault running through here. It's going to be the west, central, and eastern Garlock Fault. And, of course, the Walker Lane Fault that runs... Well, that will be the new west coast of the U.S. Look at this. This is a fire warning. Not even a red flag warning. A fire warning. Huge. We're going to go in a little bit closer into Wawa Springs. We do have these fires starting in Wawa Springs, but not as much as I would suspect or expect from a situation up in Montana. We've got a little bit of something. This is Yellowstone right here. This is Wawa Springs, the biggest shield volcano in the solar system, actually. Let's back up and see. I want to point this out to y'all again. I've pointed out this several times. This is the New Madrid, and y'all can see if you back up just perfect, all the fires that start there in the New Madrid. There's no really explanation for this that I have heard that's legitimate, but that is the New Madrid, and that's right there at New Madrid, Missouri, and you can see the fires that they have outlined here. Everything else looks pretty good. What y'all think about those pumas? Pumas, right there. Right there, about 10 miles outside of the city in Florida, in southwest Florida. Southwest Florida. Right, this is the Canadian government's fire map. They're saying that they've got a lot of fires in Saskatchewan, into Alberta, a little bit in Manitoba. They're reporting some fires here in Yellowknife. I don't like the Canadian government as a reporting source. They seem to suck, right? By suck, I mean lie. And everyone knows they ruined my map. I was the only one using this map. Now we can't see the mobile units. We can see that there's bad air quality here in Montana and Idaho and Wyoming and Oregon. Terrible air quality. We don't see the overlapping lines. We don't see anything anymore. Look at this air quality here. Oh, how goofy it is now. Look. You know why they did this? Whoa, they only did it because of me. That was it. I was the only one covering the particulates, the deadliest air pollutant known to man. Look at this. Up, 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 and away. Just 10 nanograms per meter cubed actually increase your chances of, having lung cancer by 36%, according to the World Health Organization in 2016. They know I've got them. They know I got them by the NADS. We'll call it the NADS, right? And they have all this terrible air quality. You can no longer see the air quality rings and where they're really going. You can't see the mobile units anymore. I can't believe that they downgraded Air Now because I was giving y'all too much information. This is version 4.0. Can we get version 3.0? We don't want 4.0. We don't want 4.0, you lying pieces of trash. This is bureaucrats at work saving their shit. Saving their shit. Christopher Lubner, if you think that tin can's going 34.4 million miles away from Earth, and I don't say that you think that, but if anyone thinks that, look, guys, y'all are bat-ass crazy. Bat-ass crazy. Those are slush funds to take your tax dollars, and that's it. There's no ands, ifs, ors, or buts about it. Period. I hope y'all get that and how serious I am. I showed y'all who Elon's parents were. They're both MI6. I showed y'all how he didn't start PayPal. He stole it from Peter Thiel, believe it or not. How he didn't start even none of the companies that he runs now did he start. He stole them all. He's paid Peter Thiel $64 million, I believe, for PayPal back in the 90s. He paid the owner of Tesla, the actual inventor of Tesla. Watch this. Y'all are like, oh, he's lying. He's lying. We might have to go to a real search engine to get it. Took over Tesla using strong arm tactics. U.S. government. Ousting the founders. He actually paid them. He had nothing to do with starting Tesla. These are all of them. All of them are slush funds for Five Eyes. Five Eyes. Y'all get it yet? Hopefully one day y'all will get it. I know we got some smart people here on the channel, but I'm sure we have some really stupid people too. If y'all really think that we're going to Mars 34.4 million miles away in 24 months, y'all need to be put in a rubber room with some pads in there so you don't hurt yourself, right? So you don't hurt yourself. I mean, I'm just trying to be real. This is all deadly PM 2.5, starting from the fires in Oregon, starting from the fires in Idaho, starting from the fires, and actually, we're getting the 1, 2, 3 punch. These are the fires down here in the Brazilian rainforest. We're going to pull up firms tonight. We also have the particulates, PM 2.5. It's the deadliest air pollutant known to man because it's 2.5 nanometers. That means it can pass through the blood-brain barrier. The WHO, World Health Organization, now they've changed all this up since I exposed them, but they claimed that it claimed this particulate over 4.1 million lives in 2016, which was 9 years ago. What do you think it's doing now? Look at the different levels. They're saying that somehow, and it's not listed when you study particulates whatsoever, it's coming in the dust storms. 33, what a great number, nanograms per meter cubed, when 10, just 10. You know, the World Health Organization actually decided that there was no safe levels of particulates, not even 1 nanogram per meter cubed. But 33 is more than 3 times the deadly level. Just 33, that's just coming from the sandstorm over. Then we have all the volcanoes erupting here. I'm going to run this to you real quick one more time. I told y'all, all these volcanoes here, and there's a small one up here, they're in the midst of awakening. There's 2 volcanoes on this island here. These are all volcanic islands. And AI, they must have made a call. Let's see if they do it. Yeah, every day. AI knows what's going to happen. AI knows what's going to happen. Look, we're talking about extremely deadly levels of particulates. We'll get a reading. Remember, just 39 up on this volcanic island. 40. Look down here, it's even more so. 43, and that's a late reading. That's all moving into Phoenix, Arizona, and the valley here, and the Los Angeles area is really a valley. And even Catalina Island is a volcanic island, if you want to get technical, right? All right, guys, I'm in big trouble again, as usual, right? I can't get myself out of it. This thing's spinning the wrong way. Never seen a tropical storm in the Gulf of Mexico spin the wrong way. The nor'easterly is actually missing. Yeah. There's so many Elon fans out there that just won't do the work. And if you put it in front of them, what they do is they stick their head in the sand and they won't listen or look at what you're showing them. They won't listen. Use Yandex. You'll find out all about Elon's family. I did a whole report on his mom and dad. They're divorced, but they're both MI6 agents. Remember, they're both college professors. How did I teach y'all? They move intel assets around the world, either administrative college or college professors. Just like Bill Barr's dad, Donald Barr, was the headmaster of Columbia, and then the school that ended up he personally hiring Jeffrey Epstein. Donald Barr, Bill Barr, AG for Bush Sr. and stupid Trump. Everyone thinks Trump's your savior. If he was, why wouldn't he have passed out the silly notes at the Bush funeral, only to hire Bill Barr? Donald Barr, it's easy to see who Donald Barr, Bill Barr's dad is, but that's Bill Barr was Trump Sr.'s AG. Who would have done that? Let's just read it real quick, because they've of course they know I've got him. Look, he worked for the OSS. The OSS is the predecessor of course, the CIA, which Bush Sr. ran the CIA for 49 years, right? Then he went to Columbia University, right? Before serving as headmaster of the Dalton School in New York. Wait for it. He was headmaster of the Dalton School from 64 to 74. Remember, once you're in the intel, you never leave. During his time at Dalton, they've rewrote this. Oh, they're so mad at me. Barr is alleged, they've changed all the wording up, to have had a role in hiring future financier and convicted offender Jeffrey Epstein as a math teacher, despite that Epstein had no college degree or anything. All he did was put to work a asset. That's it. It was a big Five Eyes plus the Jewish government. It's just a big op. And there's Bill Barr. And if I go into Donald Trump anymore, I can tell you how he got his middle name and how great of a person John Trump was. How his sister got appointed a federal judge for 33 years by Bill Clinton. There's only 7 appeals judges, but his sister was one of them. I can keep going forever. I have over 1,000 things I can tell you about Donald Trump. Although, hey, I'll be the first to admit I'm going to have to vote for Donald Trump, because what are my alternatives? All right, let's put this into play. I've been getting rained on, which I don't like the rain out there anymore. I think it's full of crap. I literally mean full of bad shit. I'm going to put this, the Texas Gulf Coast has been getting hit. See, it's spinning the wrong way. Well, this is spinning counterclockwise. I like it. Let's see what happens into Monday. The nor'easterly did miss. We have that front coming on shore here in Oregon. There it comes, Oregon, California. And this bad boy, according to Wednesday, and the outer bands will be hitting me by Tuesday. It's already Sunday. Wow. The white indicated 120 miles per hour winds or stronger there. Wow. If I got to deal with the outer band, oh, wow. It's going to be a Cat 3 or 4 hitting New Orleans. We can only hope, right? Fence it first. Fence it. Don't let them out. Fence it. So watch out. Once again, from today, right now, just the Gulf. Now, we have another storm coming, too, for the East Coast. If you're on the East Coast, I'll show you exactly what's about to happen to you, too. Now, it's spinning counterclockwise, which it should be now. It was not doing that earlier. There's already a defined eye. It's going to have bands hitting Houston probably by tomorrow. Tomorrow is my best guess. And then perhaps make landfall on Wednesday with very, very, very strong winds. See if we can get a real reading here. Whoa! We got serious problems going into South Louisiana, which has already been drenched by rain for the last several weeks. And let's see if it's going to bring any of this up for us, or if it's just too far out. You can see the eye there. Eye of the storm right there. Spinning the right way. I just don't see what I was looking for there. We'll see what happens. I'm expecting an East Coast hit as well. A 1-2 punch, if you will. And just to show you guys, this is them, man. You already have Tropical Cyclone number 6, already named Francesa or something. At this point, I don't care. But I do care about being without electricity and AC. It's 102 degrees out today. Then we have a 70% chance and a 50% chance of these two systems. And this one looks to be headed for the east coast of the U.S., by the way. East coast of the U.S., you can see that we already have tropical storm warnings here. Tropical storm warning all the way, and we already have small craft advisories, high surf warnings, etc. through the Texas and Louisiana Gulf Coast. We have for several days now. Several days. It looks like it might make landfall as a Cat 3, but you know what? It might make landfall even stronger than that. They called the one that hit, it hit 120 miles south of me. 120 miles south of me. And even I drove 100 miles north of me. All the electrical was out 100 miles north of me as well. I finally got up to Huntsville and got some gas and some cans, or in some plastic barrels. But they said it landed as a Cat 1. Guys, I've lost 2 homes in hurricanes. I've been through probably 25 hurricanes without leaving. I've been through Cat 1s, Cat 3s, Cat 2s. I've been through a Cat 5 actually without leaving. Not right on the coast. When they confiscated guns in New Orleans, I was there at Loyola Law School. Just to kind of give y'all, they used that as an excuse to go house to house and confiscate these people's guns that never got them back in New Orleans. And they went to the rich neighborhoods to do it. All the rich people wanted to do was protect their shit, right? Kamala's America is all I can hear. All right. This is tomorrow's forecast. We don't see anything in play here. We've got some rain in the South Padre Island area. And really, all of the Texas, Louisiana, Gulf Coast, and really into all of Florida. They say there's a high pressure coming through here. It's really a subtropical low that they're lying about, because I believe that we're on a huge tilt. We're no longer at 23 degrees tilt. We're closer to 34 degrees tilt. Anyone that does a simple experiment can tell you that. Anyway, this storm's going to going to trace the Texas coast. It's been raining here for 5 or 6 days. And in Louisiana as well, if it does impact these areas, it's going to be horrific. And look at this. Wow, this is Tuesday. They have Tropical Storm 6 here. It will be a hurricane, and it's going to skirt the Texas coast. And I'm guessing Tornado Alley, because what do we have here? We've got a high pressure, not only a low pressure, but we have a tropical low here. Tornado Alley. I don't know why they're not marking it. With that said, I will fill up this time. I guarantee you that. I already have it on my plans tomorrow morning. I've got to meet with my tax accountant tomorrow at 1. On the way there, I'm going to fill up to the tilt. And today I went and actually bought a bunch of water and stuff that I preach it all the time, but I was the one that screwed up. I just didn't see how a storm that was a Category 1, a tropical storm, really a Category 3, because we know that the weather station was holding a wind gauge down there on the beach, Emerald Beach, and they had 135 mile per hour sustained wind, which is a heavy Cat 3 storm, and I'm over 120 something miles from the impact. I'm way up here, as y'all know where I am. Every tree was down. Hundreds, if not thousands, of tornadoes spawned off. Everyone was out with electricity. I was lucky. 4 days with no electricity. I invited everyone to come to my house afterwards, but most of them stuck it out. You want to lose your house and get it, well. We have so many Hispanics here in the area right now. We had over 3 million illegal immigrants brought into my particular area, Conroe, Houston area. And 3 million's a lot. Everywhere I go, I'm not wearing my gun outside of my pants, but I am armed 100% of the time. I'm just letting y'all know 100% of the time. And, well, hopefully I never have to draw that gun, but if I do, I'm not going to point it. I'm going to use it. And it's probably going to happen sooner rather than later, based on what I'm seeing. With that said, we're going to have Miss Teresa put us in a better mood with hopefully some biblical scripture. We always read a chapter every night, guys, and we're going to do the same tonight. I appreciate y'all all for being here. If anyone can buy us a cup of coffee, please do. Please do. All those videos I did today, all that work, that was 2 hours of work, zero money. 2 hours of work. A cup of coffee would go a long way. And it'll make the whole studio light up, and you'll hear it for sure. It'll go ba-boom. If y'all can afford to buy us a cup of coffee. Let's get Miss Teresa on the line here. James Kaufman, World News Report today. Who am I speaking with?
Good evening, Miss Teresa.
Hey, Miss Teresa, how are you?
I'm doing well, and you have my permission.
Thank you, ma'am. Can you believe I'm going to have to deal with this again?
Yeah, make a list so that you don't forget anything. You know, your medicines, check them all. I
did that all today, and tomorrow I'm getting gas. And last time, guys, I preached a good preach, but I didn't do anything to prepare. Again, I could never foresee a tropical storm turn into Cat 1, then Cat 3, and then I'm again 150 miles north. I've been 20 miles north of where it hit, and really, really peppered, but nothing like what happened to us last month.
So you're gonna take that knowledge of what happened the last time and expect the same.
Right.
Because that's what's going to happen.
Well, you have to remember, I've already lost 2 homes completely. completely to Ike and Katrina, remember?
Time to get, 100 to 200 miles away from the coastline.
Right. So I thought at 150 miles from the impact, I'd be okay. But I so much wish I would have filled up and gotten more water at the time. You can make it, well, without AC and 102-degree weather, it's no fun. It's no fun, especially if you don't have the computer to mess with. And guess what? I didn't know this because it's never happened to me before. But when all the electricity all the way around Houston, the Woodlands, Conroe, that's all down, all the cell towers are down as well. You can't even use your cell phone to call your parents, say you're okay. You can't look online. You can't do anything. I thought that was independent of the electricity, but it's not anymore.
Nope, everything's down. You're literally camping off-grid.
Yeah, I was camping. Luckily, I had my friend David that was also camping off-grid. So, remember, we found those 2 restaurants near the hospital with 2-hour waits and just pushed our way in. All 4 nights, I guess. Without those 2 restaurants, guys, I don't know if I would have made it. Tough deal. I don't want to ever see that happen again. So I'm warning everyone on the East Coast as well, because we have another storm that looks like it's going to head right towards central East Coast area, maybe North Carolina, Virginia, perhaps. To be prepared. Take my unpreparedness as a warning, right? All right, Miss Teresa, let's do something more positive. We all need some positive in our lives these days, for sure.
Oh, no kidding. For real. All the family came over. Everybody came over. We grilled.
What'd y'all have?
Oh, potato salad and some steak and salad. And
I
made some zucchini bread. And I made zucchini bread today. I made banana bread yesterday, so they had a choice of what they wanted, and fresh tomatoes sliced, and
I like potato salad. How do you do your potato salad? Is it mustard or mayonnaise, or what is it?
Well,
everyone does it different.
They do.
I love it when they whip it with the beaters and whip it up into like a cream. I don't know if you've ever had it like that.
I have not had it like that.
So,
you mean like a German potato salad? Hot?
So, not hot, just without the chunks of potato in it. They whip it in the machine with a bowl that spins, and it makes it turn into like a whip. That's with all the ingredients already in it. Instead of having the chunks of potato salad that some people enjoy, it's more like a whipped. It's really great. I've got one place in Houston that does it. When I was living in Austin, I used to drive in to get like 2 pounds. They'd put it on ice for me.
So you put your potatoes and eggs and pickles and all the things in there, and then you whip it?
Finish everything up like you would potato salad, and then you hit it with the beaters and whip it. And I don't know, they wouldn't give me...
pureed potato salad.
You know what? I offered them $1,000 for the recipe. I actually did. And $20,000 if they let me open up it's called French House here in Houston. You can look it up. They specialize in tuna, chicken, and egg salad. That's all they make. And gosh. And the funny thing is, they're Filipinian. You would think that, I don't know.
I love all of those things.
Right, so they specialize in those 3 things, but you can get it with a salad, a scoop of all 3, if you will, on a salad, or I would have if we would just buy the chicken and egg salad, both whipped the same way. You can never see a piece of chicken or a piece of potato or anything. I like the egg salad the best. So they did all three of those, and ladies and gentlemen, they make millions of dollars a year in a little bitty store in the middle of Houston, and they refused to expand. I was there to fund the expansion, but they refused. They used to always laugh when I'd come in, but they would set me up with the ice, drive back to Austin when I was living on the lake there. So they're good people, good people. Miss Teresa, why don't we let your magic fingers open
I opened our Bible to Psalm 119. Psalm. I do too, Tiffany.
119, ma'am?
Yep.
Okay, I think this is how you do it. Oh, I hit the wrong button. Hold on. Real quick. Tell me if yours starts, blessed is the one who does not walk in the step with the wicked.
Mine says, blessed are whose ways are blameless, who walk according to the law of the Lord. Blessed are they who keep his statutes and seek him with all their heart. They do nothing wrong. They walk in his ways. You have laid down precepts that are to be fully obeyed. Oh, that my ways were steadfast in obeying your decrees. Then I would not be put to shame when I consider all your commands. I will praise you with an upright heart as I learn your righteous laws. I will obey your decrees. Do not utterly forsake me. How can a young man keep his way pure? By living accordingly to your word. I seek you with all my heart. Do not let me stray from your commands. I have hidden your word in my heart that I might not sin against you. Praise be to you, O Lord. Teach me your decrees. With my lips I recount all the laws that come from your mouth. Rejoice in following your statutes as one rejoices in great riches. I meditate on your precepts and consider your ways. I delight in your decrees. I will not neglect your word. Do good to your servant, and I will live. I will obey your word. Open my eyes that I may see wonderful things in your law. I am a stranger on earth. Do not hide your commands from me. My soul is consumed with longing for your laws at all times. You rebuke the arrogant who are cursed and who stray from your commands. Remove from me scorn and contempt, for I keep your statutes. Do rulers sit together and slander me? Your servant will meditate on your decrees. Your statutes are my delight. They are my counselors. I am laid low in the dust. Preserve my life according to your word. I recounted my ways, and you answered me. Teach me your decrees. Let me understand the teaching of your precepts. Oh, wow. Then I will meditate on your wonders. My soul is weary with sorrow. Strengthen me according to your word. Keep me from deceitful ways. Be gracious to me through your law. I have chosen the way of truth. I have set my heart on your laws. I hold fast to your statutes, O Lord. Do not let me be put to shame. I run in the path of your commands, for you have set my heart free. Teach me, O Lord, to follow your decrees. Then I will keep them to the end. Give me understanding, and I will keep your law and obey it with all my heart. Direct me in the path of your commands, for there I find delight. Turn my heart toward your statutes and not toward the selfish gain. Turn my eyes away from worthless things. Preserve my life according to your word. Fulfill your promise to your servant, so that you may be feared. Take away that disgrace I dread, for your laws are good. How I long for your precepts. Preserve my life in your righteousness. May your unfailing love come to me, O Lord, your salvation according to your promise. Then I will answer the one who taunts me, for I trust in your word. Do not snatch the word of truth from my mouth, for I have put my hope in your laws. I will always obey your law. Forever and ever I will walk about in freedom, for I have sought out your precepts. I will speak of your statutes before kings. I will not be put to shame, for I delight in your commands because I love them. I lift up my hands to your commands, which I love, and I meditate on your decrees. Remember your word to your servant. You have given me hope. My comfort in suffering is this: your promise preserves my life. The arrogant mock me without restraint, but I do not turn from your law. I remember your ancient laws, O Lord, and I find comfort in them. Indignation grips me because of the wicked who have forsaken your law. Your decrees are the theme of my song. Whenever I lodge in the night, I remember your name, O Lord, and I will keep your law. This has been my practice. I obey your precepts. If you are my portion, O Lord, I have promised to obey your words. I have sought your face with all my heart. Be gracious to me according to your promise. I have considered my ways and have turned my steps to your statutes. I will hasten and not delay to obey your commands. Though the wicked bind me with ropes, I will not forget your law. At midnight I rise to give you thanks for your righteous laws. I am a friend to all who fear you, to all who follow your precepts. The earth is filled with your love, O Lord. Teach me your decrees. Do good to your servants according to your word, O Lord. Teach me knowledge and good judgment, for I believe in your commands. Before I was afflicted, I went astray, but now I obey your words. You are good, and what you do is good. Teach me your decrees. Though the arrogant have smeared me with lies, I keep your precepts with all of my heart. Their hearts are callous and unfeeling, but I delight in your law. It was good for me to be afflicted, so that I might learn your decrees. The law from your mouth is more precious to me than thousands of pieces of silver and gold. Your hands made me and formed me, and give me understanding to learn your commands. May those who fear you rejoice when they see me, for I have put my hope in your words. I know, O Lord, that your laws are righteous. Wow, this is huge. And in faithfulness you have afflicted me. May your unfailing love be my comfort, according to your promise to your servant. Let your compassion come to me, that I may live, for your law is my delight. May the arrogant be put to shame for wronging me without cause, but I will meditate on your precepts. May those who fear you turn to me, those who understand your statutes. May my heart be blameless toward your decrees, that I may not be put to shame. My soul faints with longing for your salvation, but I have put my hope in your words. My eyes fail, looking for your promise. I say, when will you comfort me? Though I am like a wineskin in the smoke, I do not forget your decrees. How long must your servant wait? When will you punish my persecutors? The arrogant dig pitfalls for me, contrary to your law, and all your commands are trustworthy. Help me, for men persecute me without cause. They almost wipe me from the earth, but I have not forsaken your precepts. Preserve my life according to your love, and I will obey the statutes of your mouth. Your word, O Lord, is eternal. It stands firm in the heavens. Your faithfulness continues through all generations. You establish the earth, and it endures. Your laws endure to this day, for all things serve you. If your law had not been my delight, I would have perished in my afflictions. I will never forget your precepts, for by them you have preserved my life. Save me, for I am yours. I have sought out your precepts. The wicked are waiting to destroy me, but I will ponder your statutes. To all perfection I see a limit, but your commands are boundless. Oh, how I love your law. I meditate it all day long. Your commands make me wiser than my enemies, for they are ever with me. I have more insight than all my teachers, for I meditate on your statutes. I have more understanding than the elders, for I obey your precepts. I have kept my feet from every evil path, so that I might obey your word. I have not departed from your laws, for you yourself taught me. How sweet are your words to my taste, sweeter than honey to my mouth. I gain understanding from your precepts, therefore I hate every wrong path. Your word is a lamp to my feet and a light for my path. I have taken an oath and confirmed it, that I will follow your righteous laws. I have suffered much. Preserve my life, O Lord, according to your word. Accept, O Lord, with willing praise of my mouth, and teach me your laws. Though I constantly take my life in my own hands, I will not forget your law. The wicked have set a snare for me, but I have not strayed from your precepts. Your statutes are my heritage forever, and they are a joy to my heart. My heart is set on keeping your decrees to the very end. I hate double-minded men, but I love your law. You are my refuge and my shield. I have put my hope in your word. Away from me, your evildoers, that I may keep the commands of my God. Sustain me according to your promise, and I will live. Do not let my hopes be dashed. Uphold me, and I will be delivered. I will always have regard for your decrees. You reject all who stray from your decrees, for their deceitfulness is in vain. All the wicked of the earth you discard like dross. Therefore, I love your statutes. My flesh trembles in fear of you. I stand in awe of your laws. I have done what is righteous and just. Do not leave me to my oppressors. Ensure your servant well-being. Let not my arrogant oppress me. My eyes fail, looking for you, salvation, looking for your righteous promise. Deal with your servant according to your love, and teach me your decrees. I am your servant. Give me discernment, that I may understand your statutes. It is time for you to act. O Lord, your law is being broken, because I love your commands more than gold, more than pure gold, and because I consider all your precepts right. I hate every wrong path. Your statutes are wonderful, therefore I obey them. The unfolding of your words gives me light. It gives understanding to the simple. I open my mouth and pant, longing for your commands. Turn to me and have mercy on me, as you always do to those who love your name. Direct my footsteps according to your word. Let no sin rule over me. Redeem me from the oppression of men, that I may obey your precepts. Make your face shine upon your servant, and teach me your decrees. Streams of tears flow from my eyes, for your laws are not obeyed. Righteous are you, O Lord, and your laws are right. The statutes you have laid down are righteous. They are fully trustworthy. My zeal wears me out, for my enemies ignore your words. Your promises have been thoroughly tested, and your servant loves them. Though I am lowly and despised, I do not forget your precepts. Your righteousness is everlasting, and your law is true. Trouble and distress have come upon us, but your commands are my delight. Your statutes are forever right. Give me understanding that I may live. I call with all of my heart. Answer me, O Lord, and I will obey your decrees. I call out to you, save me, and I will keep your statutes. I rise before dawn and cry for help. I have put my hope in your words. My eyes stay open throughout the watches of the night, that I may meditate on your promises. Hear my voice in accordance with your love. Preserve my life, O Lord, according to your laws. Those who devise wicked schemes are near, but they are far from your law, Lord. Yet you are near, O God, and all of your commands are true. Long ago, I learned from your statutes that you established them to last forever. Look upon my suffering and deliver me, for I have not forgotten your laws. Defend my cause and redeem me. Preserve my life according to your promises. Salvation is far from the wicked, for they do not seek out your decrees. Your compassion is great, O Lord. Preserve my life according to your laws. Many of the foes who persecute me, but I have not turned from your statutes. I look on the faithless with loathing, for they do not obey your words. I see how your precepts preserve my life, O Lord. According to your love, all of your words are true. All of the righteous laws are eternal. Rulers persecute me without cause, but my heart trembles at your words. Rejoice in your promises, like one who finds great spoil. Hate and abhor falsehood, but I love your laws. 7 times a day I praise you for your righteous laws. Great peace have they who love your laws, and nothing can make them stumble. I wait for your salvation, O Lord, and I follow your commands. I obey your statutes, for I love them greatly. I obey your precepts and your statutes, for all my ways are known to you. May my cry come before you, O Lord, to give me understanding according to your words. May my supplication come before you. Deliver me according to your promises. May my lips overflow with praise for you to teach me your decrees. May my tongue sing of your words, for all your commands are righteous. May your hand be ready to help me, for I have chosen your precepts. I long for your salvation, O Lord, and your law is my delight. Let me live that I may praise you, and may your laws sustain me. I have strayed like a lost sheep. Seek your servant, for I have not forgotten your commands.
Amen.
Oh, man, amen.
Amen. You know what? This is what I would have written. This is everything I think all day long.
Oh, my goodness. Well, that was for you, dear heart.
I'm afraid it might have been for me. I'm taken back by it. Barely able to speak. But everything...
Wow, I didn't know that was that huge.
Oh,
wow.
the size doesn't matter. And that was not a phallic joke, right? But if I would have wrote something, it would have been around these lines. Obviously, I
love your word is a lamp to my feet and a light for my path. That's just my favorite.
And you know what? All of this.
Holy Spirit, keep us steadfast in our faith and guide us as I read the word of the Lord and proclaim the good news to us all and salvation to us all. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Miss Teresa.
You're welcome,
I have
honey.
even more to think about now. I think all day long. I meditate. I'm going either another 7-day fast or I want to do a 40-day fast, but my doctor told me not to.
Follow your doctor's orders. No, don't.
I don't think doctors.
You know yourself better than anybody, but no, that's too long.
Well, with my condition, what I've been through, they think it's too long. I think someone in great shape could make it through 40 days with very little problems. And I'm
then
still.
Why do you have to do it then?
Well,
To prove to yourself?
no, ma'am. I'm trying to give up covenants, if you will. And,
Okay, I got you.
And
Is that 40 days?
40 days.
I'm too weak. I could not do that.
I did 7 with just water, no liquor, food, nothing, for 7 days. And when I cooked food, I looked at it, it made me sick, so I threw it in the garbage can. I went to the 8th day, but then as soon as you eat, you're back into that old deal again. I don't think your body needs the kind of food that Americans intake.
But you only eat once a day as it is.
You're right. You're right.
So you don't eat too much.
I have only 1 meal a day. I'm not saying I eat too much. I just want to, as this person did, and I'm not sure because it's Psalms who's speaking here again, which always bothers me. I wish I knew who was speaking. I see I see all these names, but they could keep switching names, but it sounds like the same person talking. Rash, Korf. So here I am trying to make sense of things. And I'm trying to make sense of it by the things I know here on Earth. And maybe that's not a way that you can do that. I'm not quite sure. But I could have actually... Well, this was my reading for tonight. We're going to see what I can do. I'm going to be, whoever wrote this, be this person and ask, as he did, I believe, several times throughout the verse or chapter, that he's trying to step the right way, and I guess he wants...
Help doing it.
Ma'am?
Help to do it.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate it. This really
You're welcome.
meant a lot to me, and I just still don't know what do you see on your screen like the TSADHE and all these names?
I'm on my phone. I don't see a screen.
Okay. I was just wondering because I'm not sure who's speaking here, and I always like to, make it a whirly thing when it's probably not a whirly thing, right?
It's always something simple.
Right. So it sounds like you had some great bread tonight. Broke some great bread with your friends and family.
Oh, I was so happy to see everybody came over. And it's like, everybody's here. This is wonderful.
That is wonderful. Tiffany said that she also did banana and pineapple. I saw her in the chat while we were reading.
Is that usually it's zucchini with pineapple together?
Okay, maybe I said it wrong. That was someone gave it to her for her birthday, though.
Nice gift.
Right, I don't have the skill level of that, but this is what I would have wrote if I was going to write a phrase. Now, I couldn't have done it this well, obviously, but this is what I would have read, or written, excuse me. I would have written, hey.
Oh, that was your message, dear heart.
I've had lots of them this year, right?
Yes, we have.
I've got a Facebook friend that I don't know. I'm not going to mention his name. I don't know the person. But he's going through divorce, and the courts hit him with and all the females get mad at me, but the law is written. My family doesn't do divorce. I ended up.
Me either. 38 years with Frank, and I told him he's stuck with me.
Right.
Don't plan on anything, man. You can just forget about it because it's not going to happen. We're going to work it out, whatever the problem is. At least there's a problem.
At least discuss it once, right? I was dating 10 girls, and one of them ended up getting with my daughter, and I went ahead at 41 or 2 and married her. Little did I know her mom had been divorced 4 times, and so it was already in her blood, if y'all know what I mean. So I've gone through hell over it, and I'm still going through heck. And
that was a hard lesson to learn, huh?
Well, you know what? I got a friend of mine, he's a Facebook friend, great guy. You can tell he is. He posts, he finally got his judgment today after 2 years in court. And it was so one-sided, he couldn't believe it. And he talked about taking himself out. I said, hey, I didn't want to tell him it's only going to get worse after 2 or 3 years of making these payments and paying for the house and giving the house.
Especially when somebody says that that's their only option. You don't want to say that.
Right. So y'all probably can follow me on Facebook.
But you can relate to what he was saying.
I wrote Roy a long paragraph today and told him, DM me if you want my phone number, we'll discuss it. Even he thought that if he would have gotten the right attorney, something would have changed. But the divorce laws are meant to break up what's called the nuclear family, because the nuclear family is too strong against the governments, okay? And
that's what they want to happen.
That's what they want, but the women do take advantage of those laws, okay? Or maybe they don't.
I've seen it myself.
Yes, ma'am. At least you're being truthful here with me. And I tried to be a sympathy and give my DM and say, hey, call me. I'll tell you.
But not only have I seen it, I've seen them repeat it.
Well, like I said, if I would have known her mom would have been divorced 4 times, I would have done a different deal here. Again, I was dating 3 or 4 people that I liked a lot more than this person, but for me, it was like, wow, I'm not going to do that to a soul that's already in the womb. That's who I am. So I ended up, they know about something called the 10-year rule. I know a lot of you ladies know about it. I didn't have any idea, but as soon as 10 years was up, I lost it all, right? All of it. So any coffee is greatly appreciated. But Roy, I'm just going to say his first name. He's just got his judgment down, and he can't believe it. It's always one-sided. I hope y'all realize that. And they only do that. The attorneys write the laws so that you guys will fight.
What state is he in?
You know what? I didn't even ask him, but most states are the same.
Are they? I didn't even know.
Yeah, most states are what's called no-fault states. So she cheated on him while he was working all the time. Same old story. And he's paying alimony, child support, pays for the house, the insurance, the phones. Like me, same thing as me. And then I have to pay for my own expenses as well, which puts you in a impossible situation after, well, maybe not the first year, second year, third year, fourth year, but eventually. And again, it's all because the government is afraid of the nuclear family, right?
Yeah.
And Teresa, you know that. I know you do.
I do know that, and I know the power of prayer, and I have witnessed miracles.
Well, let me say the attorneys write the laws so that they can make money. And listen, every divorce attorney in any county, they're best friends. They've been through divorces 100 times together, and their main objective is to juice both. Well, usually the male is to pay for, if he's the worker, both sides of the deal, but to juice both sides of the people. For me, they made a mistake, and they've done this before. I've actually taken 4 or 5 law licenses. They made a mistake, and my attorney wrote the other attorney and said, "Oh, these guys got big money in the bank. Let's juice them." And so I brought it over to him. He refunded me my 10 grand. I showed it to the wife. Her attorney refunded her 10 grand. And I took care of the divorce. But even with that, the judge, which are all female here in my county, they still are going to make their ruling based on the laws of Texas, which are not equal as far as who, they're just not equal, is all I can tell you.
So the advice is don't do it. Don't do it. Just stay in prayer. Pray. Take everything to God in prayer.
Let me say this. I'd have no other way but having my daughter. That was something, obviously, that's so special to me that I would have it no other way. But I wanted Roy to realize today, and y'all can probably go to my channel and see what I wrote in.
Well, you can save yourself $5,000 a month by moving into your house.
You can't. The wife has to okay that, right? That's how it works.
It's something to talk about.
Right. I understand. I tried to explain to her and everyone else that my expenses are $12,000-$13,000 a month. I can only continue even with my savings and retirement so long. But hey, they actually wrote the rules so this would occur. And right now, it's in favor of the female. One day, it might swing the other way, and y'all might, I doubt it, but it might swing the other way one day, because now when I started in oil and gas and I went to the conventions, not one single female or African American in that case at the conventions. Now there's not one white male in the oil and gas conventions, okay? Not one. All the big companies are run by females or African Americans. It's just even oil and gas, guys. So I'm just giving you all a little taste of reality and what my poor boy Roy, which I don't know Roy personally, but I did write him. If I go to my Facebook, y'all probably see it. A couple of chapters on it's not your fault. He wanted to give up, do bad things to himself. I'm like, no. He just got it to Friday. Got it Friday. I said, no. And it's just going to get worse for him. And 2-3 years from now, he'll start falling behind. Luckily, I've got a situation where I've got 3 more years, and then I can sell my $1.2 million house and get half the money, and it's almost paid off. So I have a little bit of light at the end of the tunnel if I can make it that long, right?
Well, we have to take it to God in prayer.
Well,
if it be thy will.
If it be thy will. And I want to say that I'm not saying that the women have done anything wrong. I think it's the government and the attorneys that do this on purpose. This is how they make money. They want the man and the woman, the wife and the father, or wife and husband, excuse me, to be as mad as possible at each other. And what they've messed up so many times for me. This happened again in 2 other cases I was involved in, where they accidentally CC'd me talking to the other attorney about running up fees. So I took their licenses for good. This last one, they both refunded all of my money to me, and I went ahead and accomplished the divorce without attorneys involved, although there are still stipulations via the state that say after 10 years, called the 10-year rule. It's like she knew the exact rule. Excuse me. I laugh, but I want to cry. They don't want the nuclear family because the nuclear family is too strong. Too strong, and the government is afraid of a nuclear family. And that's pretty much my point here. And I think most of y'all, even if you're females and you're mad at me for saying what I'm saying, I think most of y'all know that I'm not lying. I'm telling the truth. And it's not your fault. It's really no one's fault except for the attorneys writing the laws so that attorneys can make more money off you. I got really lucky in them accidentally CCing me on that email and 2 more in other cases when they said the same thing. This guy's pockets are deep. Let's go after. Remember, every divorce attorney in your county knows every divorce attorney in your county. It's a good chance they eat lunch together. Okay. And they might even bill you for the lunch. Okay? Let me teach you how it really is. Anyway, I felt really bad. I'm not going to mention Roy's last name or anything, but I did write him a long one today. A long one.
I hope it helped.
I hope it helped. He couldn't believe it. He said all he had done. I was like, God, if he only knew what I knew. And someone making a decent living, someone that I've always liked as a Facebook friend, and finally got that divorce decree, even though the wife was even in agreement with the 50-50 terms. The judge has the final say in everything, just like you see in the Trump stuff. And it's weird. The only reason Judge Juan Merchant backed off the sentencing is because there was a donation to his daughter for $90 million from the Democratic main political action committee. And luckily, the GOP wanted her to testify in front of them and ask them, why would they possibly give you $90 million, and why are you paying yourself a salary of $2 million a year? This girl can't even tie her shoes, right? Can't even tie her shoes. So that's why Merchant backed off. And the real problem y'all have got is this Cherticon, this African-American female judge. She's a nut. A nut. Now, I'm not saying Trump's going to be your savior, because no man's going to be your savior. But, if I'm going to vote, I'm surely not going to vote for Kamala Harris. That'd be against everything I've ever been taught or believe in, period. So
I'm going to say goodnight.
I am too.
Everyone my love, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.
God bless you guys.
Good night.
I'm going to do the same. Love you, Miss Teresa. Thank you for reading for us. God bless each and every one of you guys. We'll be back, as always, as you know. Lots of love to Roy out there if you're listening. I'm still thinking of you, sir. God bless each and every one of you guys or gals. And I didn't mean that as a sexist deal. I'm just telling y'all the way it works. If you want to put your head in the sand and pretend it's not happening, that's fine. A lot of people do that, right? Ignorance is bliss. That saying is not for fun. The saying is a factual situation. It's bliss to be ignorant and not realize everything happening around you. Once you realize everything happening around you, your bliss is going to disappear quickly. That said, God bless each and every one of you guys. Please share, please subscribe. Always remember, anything's possible in Bizarro World. Thank you all for joining us tonight.